Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to House Flipper. This morning I'm not sure if it's going to become a job you watch or not, because I don't actually know what it's going to involve, but there was a student's house to clean up. So I'm not sure if if it's just more cleaning, it's not very interesting. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to record it for you. I'll do something else. But in case it is, let's see what it's like. Student house to clean up. Nick Flo. Good morning. I hope you can help me. I'm retired and not in the best of health. I'm currently owning an apartment I've been renting to students for many years. This year, unfortunately, I've rented to a bad bunch of students, which turned out to be not be the best decision. I didn't pay on time, so I had to check things out. When I opened the door, I almost had a heart attack. The whole house was a pigsty. There was trash, liquor bottles and mud everywhere, and they were laying on the kitchen floor drinking. When I spoke to them, they rudely told me to go away. I finally got them evicted, but the mess still remains. Some of the furniture and radiators are missing. Can you please clear up my house and make it suitable for new tenants so I can put this mess behind me? You know, Nick, I'm really sorry about that, especially for an older guy just trying to make a bit of money on the side, having a second property, and people are treating you badly. So I'll be... Oh my god, is that it? I hope not. I'm really sorry about that. My sister's had things before now with bad tenants, where people are... Oh, careful. Banging the mouse. They have trashed the house. Well, not trashed that. That's not true. They didn't trash the house. She had tenants in her old flat that just made a goddamn mess of everything. They smoked all the time, and the walls were literally... Oh my goodness. The walls were yellowish, and the ceilings were yellowish from the amount of smoking they used to do. What did they say about the other day about black walls? They've been students. I mean, probably the chap doesn't mind if they paint the walls, as long as they keep the place clean. If you want to have a funny kind of wall, fine. Whatever. But what a goddamn mess. Animals. It's a good thing this isn't viscera, by the way, because this would really take a long time to pick all these bottles and everything up. Cheap wine and everything else. So we've got to scrub the walls, have we? Okay, we can scrub the walls. Luckily, we've not got to throw acids on them, like in viscera. What a goddamn mess. What else is rubbish over here? Something else is rubbish here. Oh. Nice place for students as well. Nice and simple. And they've made a damn mess everywhere. And why have you sold the radiators? I mean, you wouldn't even get much money for a radiator. If you scrapped a radiator, believe me, I looked at scrapping stuff. So... I'm just trying to do the rubbish. Let's pick this up. My back garden, I've got a very large back garden, and at the very end is a mess. Okay, the last 10 metres or so is quite... It's like a blooming forest down there, quite frankly. It's been overgrown for a very long time. Okay. How much did you drink? What are these? They look like Tia Maria or something. Lots and lots of wine. I used to drink a lot of cheap wine as a student as well, but there you go. Nice rooms around. You've got a bunk bed and you've got a little place to work. Anyway, so yeah, the end of my garden's a bit of a mess, but apart from plants growing everywhere that I spend the Sunday of every weekend cleaning up, there's a lot of scrap down there. Things like there's like old bits of tools down there, like old forks and bits of metal, and I found a lot of old poles, metal poles. So many years back, oh my god, the state of that room there. What the hell is I done to that room? Look at the mess on the map, the mini map. Yeah, so how many years back, what you would do if you had, for a washing line, rather than like a rotary dryer, what you would have is, you'd have some metal poles all down the corridor, filthy with animals. Oh, it's the kitchen. Look at us stay. I mean, if you've been living in this house, to see that and what people have done to it would be heartbreaking. It really would. How blooming horrible. There we go. Oh, the bathroom. Bathroom's a real mess. They're never going to clean the bath. If they do that to the rest of the house, they're not going to clean the bathroom, are they? I'm surprised they even bother putting things in black sacks. Yeah, so lots of for the washing line, you'd have some metal poles, and you'd stick them in the ground or prop them up, and you'd have wire going across them. You'd hang your washing on like that. That's what you used to do years ago. And one of the things you could use for that was old gas pipe. pipes, really old gas pipes, very heavy, very thick, but obviously you can't risk gas leaking, so really heavy duty pipes, iron pipes or whatever, what you could hang them on. And down the end of the garden, what I found was about 4 or 5 of these pipes. I guess from decades ago, you know, someone was using them for their washing on. They'd just been dumped down the end of the garden after that. And a lot of tool heads and all sorts of things. So I thought, well, I could just take them to the local recycling centre, the dump, as we used to know when I was a kid, and at least recycle the damn bottles, kids. I could do that, but what if I sold them? You know, how much money would you get? I mean, it's quite a chunk of metal, some of these things. They're blooming heavy. Oh, isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool little temporary wardrobe? I mean, you wouldn't, if you had a fancy house, you're a bit older, you wouldn't want to have a wardrobe like that in your room. But for a student or something, for a cheap alternative just to keep your clothes clean in there, that's really cool. I like that. Anyway, distracted again. Yeah, so I thought, these bits of metal are quite heavy. What if I sold them? And I had various other chunks of metal as well from various things where I, disposal of old bits of equipment and all sorts of things. So I looked up the price. I looked up the price of what you might get for disposing of all these things. Not very much. You have to sell quite a lot of scrap to get. Oh my goodness! I want to. Oh, the cockroaches! Oh wow! How do I get rid of the cockroaches? Pull out the vacuum cleaner. Okay. Is that really how you get rid of cockroaches? With a vacuum cleaner? I don't think that's a very good idea. I'm not really surprised though that they've got cockroaches here. I mean, and ants and various other things. I mean, of course you would if you've got that much food everywhere. Oh God, poor guy. I just can imagine coming in and finding this. Absolutely dreadful. And then they told him to log off, basically. Ugh. Oh my God! If you don't like insects, I'm really sorry about that. I know my wife is very unfond of things like cockroaches. Very, very. Not just not really scared of them, but just like really creeped out by them. She would not be happy to see that. Oh, it's such a nice house as well. This is probably where the guy used to live before he moved out. Maybe it was his wife's old apartment or something. I don't know. It's not because they're students either. I mean, I know people have. Say my sister had these tenants, and they weren't students. They were just goddamn awful. Right, vacuum cleaner. Eda, pull out the vacuum cleaner. Oh, I see. Don't vacuum clean up bugs. That would make a real mess inside your vacuum cleaner. I guess if it was one of those vacuum cleaners that was one of those washers. It was a washer as well. It was. The ones you think of in the UK are called Henrys. They've got little smiley faces on them. But basically, they're a washing machine that will suck up water as well without being ruined. And you scrub the floor, and then you suck up the water with that. Oh God, awful. I do remember seeing a note about they've added bugs to the game or something. And they said, we don't mean bugs as in things going wrong. We mean actual cockroaches. And there you go. Eek. What a cleaning job. It is almost a visceral job, isn't it? Really. You could. Yeah, it would be actually. This is a visceral cleanup job almost. To that level. Let's clean the windows. But it's going to look fabulous when we're done. We're going to replace his. His radiators and everything else as well. All the expenditure. I hope he gets his. I mean, he got them out of the house. But I bet he didn't get his deposit back. And, although you have to pay a deposit for these things, the deposit is not going to get his money back for this. Oh, my goodness. I mean, really. He's not going to recoup much money on this. If I was that sort of guy, if I had any spare paint from previous jobs, I'd be happy to offer that to him and just say, if you want anything, you want any paint jump, you don't make much money by being too altruistic, but in a situation like this, I'd be happy to help the guy by saying, I've got some old pots of paint. If you want me to put some up to clear up some of the mess from this. Because, you know, when you clean a room that's been in this sort of mess, it doesn't magically go away. You know, you ruin the paintwork and you ruin all sorts of things by having this much mess. I'd say, you know, yeah, we'll put a bit of paint now, shall we? Let's put some... Oh my god, the state of that. Someone died on this sofa. Splash of paint on here. Have it looking nice again for your next lot of tenants. The sooner you get some more tenants in here, the sooner you start making money again to help for your retirement, especially if you're not well. And especially, of course, excuse me, if this is based in America. Because, of course, all your healthcare bills are shockingly high. My kids would love seats like that. Really cool round seats. Funky little room as well. I like this little room over, little sunroom over here. Someone else has been out here with the asymmetric painting as well. Painting parts of the walls. One colour. Right, how are we doing here? I think we're getting close with the... what's dirty here? Something's dirty here. Oh, it's the furniture. Okay. Let's make sure we've got all the dirt. And then... Must have a new perk soon, I would have thought. A new cleaning perk? No? Down there we go. I've got another room over here you haven't done yet. I'm not actually looking at the screen anymore, I'm just looking at the mini-map to see where the dirt is. It's on the outside of the wall, I think. Here we go. Have we got a new perk we can use? We do. See all the dirt on the mini-map? Faster cleaning? Sure. Much faster. So where's this really filthy room then? Give the toilet a good scrub. Lots of rooms in it. There's lots of rooms in this house. I'm very impressed. A lot of the properties have been very small so far, but this one's a good old size. And the rooms aren't too pokey. I mean, sometimes you see the rooms, like the one before where we were knocking the walls down for we were separating the kids and the parents' room and knocking them down. And some of the rooms are so small that you can hardly get, you know, a bed and some like a cupboard in. But these are a reasonable size. This is my bed as well. Anyway, I was saying before about the scrap metal, wasn't I? So, second bathroom, very nice. So, yeah, scrap metal, you do not get much money for scrap metal. And I guarantee you, if you tried to sell off some radiators, you would hardly get beer money for it. I mean, the metal poles, that's the other thing I was selling. I was selling off on the kids have got a big trampoline in the garden, and ages ago the netting, the support netting, like the protective netting that stops you falling off the trampoline on your face, that had ripped a while back. What else is dirty in here? I can't even see the dirt. Oh, there it is. And that had gone, so the poles that were supporting the netting didn't need to be there anymore. So, I'd got rid of them. I'd taken them off my son had taken them off the trampoline. And these things were pretty heavy, and I thought, yeah, no, they might be worth a few quid. I can't imagine how much they were when I sort of weighed them in my hand and tried to work out how much these things would weigh. But I'd reckon if I'd have sold this off, like these 20 poles, plus the metal poles, the gas pipes I'd found in the garden for the washing, all the rest of it, I'd have got about 15 quid. You know, it's not really not worth it. Really not worth it at all. So what these guys thought they were doing by by selling off radiators or whatever the hell they were doing. I have no idea. Anyway, let's get these radiators installed. Right, I've got a new perk for doing this, for doing the sinks and various other things. Yeah, let's do it faster. It's getting a bit laborious now to do some of these bits and pieces. Let's see how much faster it is to do. Put a radiator on. Considerably faster. Good. This is where I wish I picked the perk that lets me see all the dirt on the mini-map. Because there's some dirt in here somewhere. And I don't know where it is because I can't see it. Maybe if I clean some more windows I might... Oh, I got it from whatever it was. Okay, good. Slight worry there. Wow, so they actually took a washing machine. This is new. Well, that would be worth a bit of money. That's kind of unpleasant. So a washing machine isn't that hard to assemble. All you need is a cold water inlet and sometimes a hot water inlet. You don't have to do this much. What are you doing? And an outflow. A waste pipe. It's not actually that much. What are they doing this to do here? I don't know. This is not necessary. What are you doing? This is far more complicated than needy. Unless this is the only thing I can think this is here that they're doing here. This is the mounting bolts. This is the transport bolts. Yeah. Okay. So that's the okay. Well, that makes some sense. That's so the transport bolts go into the machine. They stop the internal barrel and the drum and the weight on it bouncing around when you're transporting it and therefore damaging it on the inside. That's your outlet. I think no, that's your inlet. Yeah, it's your cold water inlet, single inlet. Okay, and your U-bend. Well, actually, you should actually have a U-bend. I don't know how the outlet is on it. You should have a U-bend on your outlet to let the water out. But fine. Let's stop being picky, shall we? What's wrong with me? Why am I being so picky? Clean dirt here somewhere. In this room here. Yeah, so it's slightly more complicated than necessary to... But I guess they're giving you more... I shouldn't be complaining. They're giving you more things to do. 3 more tasks. Installation in here. I'll clean the window. Yeah, they're giving you more things to do with the washing machine than you need to, but it's fine. You know, you don't want too much in this game or too little in terms of things you have to do. Are we now done? 3 more tasks elsewhere. Okay, this room's done. What have I missed? This thing? Get rid of the poster. Okay. It wasn't that bad a poster, was it really? It was, you know, it's just ambivalent really. Don't really care one way or the other. And this one, what else? Oh, you want to paint the... Oh, well, I do kind of understand that. You want to paint the walls again. You want to get rid of the... get rid of the black walls. So I was wrong. Maybe he does... By the way, I like the fact this is cheaper. It makes sense for white to be cheaper. I like the fact that I said that, you know, the old man probably doesn't care if you hit the walls or not. Apparently, I'm wrong. He does care. He doesn't want his wall. Doesn't want his walls. Oh, I'm trying to paint the wardrobe there. Doesn't want his walls painted painted black. I guess if you're trying to get other people to move in. Just like when you sell a house, you want to keep it as simple as possible. You don't want to make it unappetising for someone because they don't want black walls. This has been a gothic before. You know, it's funny. I was when I first saw this one as a task to do, I thought, oh, it's just another cleaning task with a little bit of, you know, it's a bit similar to the things we've done in the first map, the first levels, you know. But in fact, I think this has taken longer and taken more time and effort than any of the other ones I've done so far. What am I missing? Oh, it's up here. It wasn't a small job by any means at all. I guess because of the size of the house, really. That's what I'm thinking of. Right, what am I missing here? There's a few bits here and there. A few hidden surfaces to paint. Oh. What are we at now? 91%. What am I missing? Done that one. Ah. Done. We're missing a task in another room. That's one around with my painty roller. So, 1 second. First of all, we've done that room. I suspect it's probably cleaning. This room's done. Clean the windows. Okay, that's fine. Just, I think we're done then. Yeah, this has taken more time and effort than any other maps. But there you go. That's all right. It's not such interesting tasks as, you know, knocking down walls and building new ones. Oh. Oh, I thought we had a game crash for a second. That went a bit weird. That was a bit odd. It's getting dark outside, I think. Not sure. There is a day-night cycle in the game. What difference that actually makes, since we don't appear to be able to sleep in our own bed. I don't know what that actually means. We're done. I don't think we're going to get much money because it took so long to do it. I was wrong. Poor guy, £5,000. £5,000 to clean up the goddamn mess that the students have made of his house. So there we go. That was probably a very long day. I'm back, tired but happy. And how much money have I got now? How much money have I got? Can't remember. Wow, nearly £40,000 now. We're doing very well. Necessary extra bathroom and a home workshop. Clean up the house, please. Answer how to decorate. Save me from these horrible colours. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next time. What I need, actually... This is the one probably to do next. Or one of these two. Because we need the tiling skill. Is what we need to do. And I still don't know if I can repair this or not. I don't think I can repair this, you know, because I'm missing... I've only got one slot left here, haven't I? Here. And I'm guessing that's tiling and panelling. Put the hammer away, sir. Be careful. So maybe I can't repair things. I should just replace these with new things. I might look that up, actually. Because even this one, actually... If you see me lighting it up, it's actually skew, isn't it? The door is skew on this one. That's not a hard fix to do. You can actually see the little latches in there. These classic sort of latches that everything has now, the extend and turn latches. They're not that hard to repair, really. Unless the latch is entirely broken, and you can buy new latches. I've done it myself before now to repair parts of the kitchen. Not that hard to do. So it's a bit of a shame to throw this away if it's knackered, but maybe I can't. I just can't fix it. Anyway, next mission. We'll do some tiling, and I hope you're still enjoying this, and if you are, I'll see you again next time.